super excited because I am going to carve a pumpkin, and I pretty much waited like a whole year to make this video because last year I got so insanely inspired. I didn't get like the super Halloween vibe until October was actually done. So I've been like a whole year just so insanely super excited. So today we're going to carve a pumpkin, and yeah, let's just get started. So what we're going to try to do today is not a death bat, because I got a lot of requests for a death bat from like the Avenged Sevenfold logo to carve a pumpkin with the death bat. But I have seen some pumpkin designs with the death bat, and I don't think that it's an easy design to make cool or so, and I got some requests to do it free-handed, so that's what we're going to try to do today. And the like inspirational picture, I shook it in here. I really like the when you see the mouth and it's sort of like melted together, because a lot of times pumpkin has like teeth that goes just like straight forward upwards and straight forward downwards, but I like it when they're connected, so it seems like it's sort of melted shut. So that's what we're going to try to do today, and I'm so excited. So yeah, let's get started. I got sent a super cute little package in my PO box because as some of you might know, Norway is not the biggest on Halloween, so we don't get like super much Halloween stuff. So I got this little pumpkin here, and I got the spider nets that in the background here, and I got this one. I'm so excited! It's a real like carving set. Oh my god, there's stencils in here. What? Oh man. I'm still gonna do it free-handed, but that's a really cool thing. Oh, it's so cool. It even has a marker. What? They have thought of everything. Oh, that's amazing. So it has been quite a while since I've done this. I've actually carved pumpkins for quite a few years. Is this the one I'm supposed to like scoop it out? Okay, let's try this. Okay, I might have to move these, because I'm going to burn myself and I'm going to break the glittery pumpkin, and I can't break the glitter pumpkin. In terms of the mouth that we're going to try to do today, I want to carve it on this side so it sort of faces upwards, so you can see like the whole mouth, because the mouth is going to be the focus, and the eyes, I haven't decided how to do the eyes. I think it's going to be like some weird eyes. Oh, I'm so excited. So yeah, let's move the insides. This is so cool. I mean, what? It's like a pumpkin saw. Got a bag. There's some small bags. Let's do this. It looks so cool. This is like revolutionary to how I usually carve pumpkins. What? And every single year we gather some friends. We gather some friends around and carve pumpkins together. And this is going to like blow their minds like completely. Like, what is this? It seems so professional. At least for us Norwegians, not Halloween celebrating Viking Norwegians who just get like one pumpkin each year. This is so cool. So now the pumpkin is all empty and everything is all good. Let's get drawing. Okay, so at least the mouth is going to be the whole hovered focus. The mouth is going to be the main focus, and I think it's going to be pretty big. So let's try it. That just gives two small eyes here, because the mouth can be big like in terms of the pumpkin, the mouth can be like from the bottom up basically. But it doesn't have to be filled in. This doesn't have to be empty. It just has to be like the framework of the pumpkin. Yeah, I think this is impossible for you to see. But the eyes are here now. And the mouth is here, so that doesn't really leave room for a nose. Okay, so let's get started. This is the fun part of the pumpkin. So I think I might start with the eyes, because the mouth is going to be so many small parts that I think it's going to weaken the structure of the upper vegetable, I guess. Oh man, this is going to be so cool, but I'm not sure if... The downside to fancy structure in the eyes and mouth is that it's somewhat tricky to push out without ruining the actual design. It would actually be pretty cool if it just was like that. And the good thing about having a design that's crooked is that if something breaks, just make it work. You just make it work. Boop. Yeah! You can see how thick the actual pumpkin flesh is. I think I might have to thin it out when the whole design is done. I don't want to do that now because right now I need the structure to be as sturdy as I can. Sturdy? I don't know. So that's what yay! I think I might move it further up here when we're done. But as for right now, I think it's cool. This one was easier, this smaller one. And I'm really excited to do it with my friends. Oh, this looks brutal. Stab it in the eye. But yeah, I'm really excited to do it with my friends. We do it every year. We've done it now for 4 years, I think. 5 years? I'm not sure. Either way, it's always fun. And actually, I would really recommend gathering your friends and pumpkin carve, or friends or family or whatever. And just be a little gang that does it together. It's so much fun. I think that regardless of your view of how much you want to celebrate Halloween and such, I think that it's really nice to gather your friends and just have a pumpkin carving and drink some seasonal beverages, whether that's glögg or apple cider or something really just sets you in the mood for fall, because Norwegians don't have anything special for fall. We have fall break, but we don't have the reason for it is that before, in the early 1900s, there was this break from school when school became a regular thing. It was break from school because you needed to harvest the potatoes before they went bad. So they put you out of school for a week so you could help your parents or so gather all the potatoes. Yay! Ta-da! I think this is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, they have this week, this week break from school to help you get all the potatoes done, because it was needed, because Norway used to be super poor country before oil and everything happened. And then it was really important to get your potatoes harvested. And for doing that you got a week out of school, so you didn't have to come in or so. And that's still a thing, you still get this week off. But as of right now, there's no reason for it. Because we don't celebrate anything in the fall. So I think it's nice to make your own little traditions with your friends and family. Such as pumpkin carving. Yeah! This is going to be the principle of the mouth. So it's not going to be like this regular like toggete. Yeah, it's not going to be fangs, like this typical fangs. It's more going to be like this melted sort of mess. My pumpkins tend to be mess. Yeah, that's pretty much how I would characterize it. And yeah, so let's continue with this mouth. It's going to be really cool. Really cool. I think I might start on the other side now, so that I'm sure that when I meet here, I can get them a little bit smaller, so it's like it gets like more of a mouth structure. I don't know, I'm just trying. Just trying to figure out what to do. I think this is going to be cool. So I'm probably going to fast forward a little bit here. I don't know. I need to reset my camera because it can only film for half an hour at a time. And now we're there and I'm full of pumpkin! Ooh. So, let's do this. Oh man, here's a weak structure. You can see it when you carve. Like, when you carve here and you can see this part moving. Oh, I'm sorry. When you carve here, here's the part that I'm carving. And you can see this structure weakening. Oh, that's scary. Because even though it's okay for something to break, I don't want it to break. Yeah, so let's continue. This is how it looks right now. And I think it looks a little bit like crazy, but it's going to be awesome. Now, I think that this part here is going to be like the middle. And the middle is going to be quite some thinner strips like cut out. And that's going to be a little bit challenging because, no, the weakest side is the left side. This side here is the weakest. So I think we're doing okay. I think we're okay. Let's go. Even though we're doing it thinner this time, we can't do it so thin that light won't shine through. So, this is what we're carving out now. And it's really going to take shape when we remove the thicker flesh inside. I think flesh sounds so brutal. I think it's probably the most brutal word that I know in English. I am so full of pumpkin right now. This is how it looks. And as of right now, it doesn't look very mouthy because the larger strips are out here. And I think that if we go like smaller and smaller, you will get this like a typical smiley face, that it goes from biggest to thinner, like out in the ends. I don't know, I think it's going to be cool. And as always, pumpkins look weird until they get lights in them. I am kind of starting to worry about the structure in these smaller ones, because it's starting to get a little bit weak in the middle here. I don't know if you can... Yeah, there you can see it. Ooh. And this I don't want to break, because the principle is that it has to be thinner in the front. Please don't break on me. Please don't break on me. Oh, of course. That's a really thin part right there. Oh man, this is... Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. Oh dang. I don't know if you can see this, but here, like in here, I'm cutting here and it's so thin. I hope it's not going to break. Don't break. Okay, so this is how it looks in the front now, and I think it's turning out okay. It doesn't look much like a face yet, but I think it's going to be better when we thin it out from the inside, because then you get the structures a lot more clear, because it's not so much like this yellow stuff here. This breaks the like visual a bit, because it brings it more together, so it doesn't look as as see-through or so. Oh man, I'm lacking all the words to describe how I mean, but I think it's understandable. Oh, I could hear a crack like from the inside. Oh man. Oh. So if we take out from the inside, the structures are going to be a little bit bigger, because you can see here there's a lot of like pumpkin flesh or so. And if you remove that slow and steady, you can see how weakened the structure is now. If you remove it, you see it's a lot bigger, like more hollow. That's a good way of describing it. It's more hollow. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm not sure if that's something people do. I'm not sure how, like, how thorough people are with their pumpkin carvings, but I really enjoy it. So I don't mind spending a lot of time on it. This is like the difference that you get when you hollow and you don't hollow. This eye is bigger, I know, but it still seems quite bigger because it's not that much yellow around it. So if we do it on the same side here, it's going to look pretty cool. So now the eyes are a little bit more hollowed out, and I'm not sure if you can see the difference, but I feel like there's a big difference there. So let's hollow the mouth. Oh, this is really exciting. I love pumpkin carving so insanely much. And I'm not sure what it is about it that I love so much. I think it's just that you can just do whatever you want, and if it doesn't turn out great, it's Halloween. You can make it like, you can try something, and if it doesn't work and you like feel like you failed at it or so, you can just try and make it spooky. This one year I was really experimenting with this like thinning out part that we're doing now. I was experimenting so much that the pumpkin actually started to fall apart. And I felt like, oh no, I broke the pumpkin. And I kind of did, but then again, I stuck some toothpicks into it, and that just like boosted the spookiness effect like by 9,000. So it turned out good, even though it wasn't the plan. And I think that's really fun. It's so fun to be creative with things that can't go wrong, really. I think it's nice. So here you can see the hollowed out side and the not hollowed out side. So there's quite a difference there. I am having so much fun right now. So this is how the pumpkin looks now, and I'm so excited! It looks awesome. I think it looks really cool. And I think that I'm going to keep the sides like shut, because I think if I try to cut it anymore, I think it's going to be too weak or so. But I think it looks so cool, and I am kind of curious how it would be with nostrils. Shall we? We shall. Let's do this! It's so weak. I'm not sure if that's... I can like stab the pumpkin with my hand on the other side. How am I going to do this? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. See, if I push here, the whole pumpkin gives in. I can't cut it. Are you crazy? I can't cut it. I can't. So, the pumpkin is done! Yay! I think it looks awesome, and I can't wait to have light in it. So, let's check it out. So this is how it looks with the top in it, and I think it looks awesome! I'm so insanely excited with this. We might have to wait until it gets dark, and that might be a few hours, but for you it's just going to be like, yes! I love it! Oh my god! It looks so cool! I love it so much! this year and I'm so excited. I love it so much. It turned out awesome! Thank you so much for watching, and I just love carving pumpkins. I might make another video, or actually we might try a live stream of pumpkin carving. I don't know, we'll find it out. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh my god! I'm so excited! Oh my god.